Good afternoon and welcome to JAG News Today. I'm your host, Gabrielle Chambers. And I'm Gabrielle Chambers, and welcome to our first ever edition of JAG News Nightly. Tonight, we have a special report to help you at home get to know our cast and crew just a little bit better. Recently, we've been noticing that kinky curly hair has been showing up more and more in social media. We will now join Victoria as she tells us what it's like to rock her baby hair and afros while trying to be successful in a media ruled by Eurocentric beauty standards. According to the American Psychological Association, a study shows that over 40% of college students are affected by anxiety. Jennifer Lee, a broadcast journalism student at South Alabama, explains how she has dealt with it. Pittsburgh experienced a kind of hate that is becoming all too common. Another mass shooting. They were parents, grandparents, brothers, husbands, and wives. The one thing they all had in common was their Jewish faith. That is what brought them to the Tree of Life Synagogue Saturday morning, where they lost their lives in the deadliest attack on Jews in American history. Omar Jimenez is in Pittsburgh, where a community is pulling together in the face of this tragedy. It's spooky season, which means Halloween activities are happening. Have you carved a pumpkin yet? Well, reporter Jennifer Lee has some information you don't want to miss. Check it out. Weeks ago, a video of a woman dropping off a toddler on someone's porch and running off went viral. Shortly after, there were so many unanswered questions about the video, sparking a huge online debate about parenting. As it turns out, the woman who left the child on the porch wasn't related to the young boy and explains her version of why she left him there. A woman by the name of Kiera Woods suggests she's getting blamed for everything. The 20-year-old spoke out about the incident caught on camera and says she was doing a favor for her friend, who was the young child's mother. Kiera goes on to explain her friend gave her the wrong address where she was supposed to drop the child off at. Along with the incorrect address, Kiera also claims her friend has a very strained relationship with the baby daddy's girlfriend and was given instructions not to interact with the woman and instead just drop the son off on the porch.
Even though Finals Frenzy is almost over, students can expect to see many more events hosted by the Student Center. Tomorrow they'll have field games and Bubble Frenzy from 12 to 3, followed by free Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee at 5 o'clock. At 8 p.m. they will have free popcorn and then followed by midnight snacks for that midnight studying.
Today I'm at the Archaeology Museum at the University of South Alabama, where the South Fit classes that usually occur at the Recreation Center have taken a change of plans and had their yoga class outside, here at the garden on campus. Tonight we are behind the Student Center at the University of South Alabama, where the ladies of the Epsilon Upsilon chapter, Alpha Kappa Alpha, are holding their annual birthday carnival in hopes of creating tatas. In response to the situation, the Grove has decided to start closing their gates at certain nighttime hours, only allowing residents and their guests to come in. However, just as I stand here, several cars have driven behind me and avoided the front gate and went in through the end gate, letting us know that the Grove is not that secure and poses the question as to whether parents should feel safe allowing their children to live here as a student housing option.
Cell phones buzzed across campus with an email notification from the police department with the subject line, "Shots fired."
I have a friend that's pretty affected. Okay, apparently the situation happened across from her. So, her house has damages.
But the bullet hole came through the door, also came here through the wall, but they've covered it up now. Okay, well, I was in the shower and I heard a bunch of loud noise, and by the time I got out, put on my clothes, police was banging on the door, asking me who in here, is everyone okay? And at that moment, I didn't know my apartment was shot into. They pointed out the bullet holes, the different bullet holes, and that's when my heart dropped, like, oh my God, that's when I realized, like, if I had not made the decision to get in the shower first before I cooked in the kitchen, my life could have been in danger.
According to campus officials, this was an incident involving 3 men, one of whom was shot and ended up at the university's medical center. Another man was brought in for questioning, and the third one is still unidentified. USAPD are certain that the shooters were not students at the university. The Grove Apartments is a structure considered to be on campus.
South is very much a public university, and in fact, South is the community, and the community is the University of South Alabama. So there's no fences around our campus because we want to be welcoming and inviting. Safety is. I think we depend on our students, faculty, and staff to help us keep our campus safe.
Sometimes the best tool you have is freezing.
USA Ceramic and Glass Programs teamed up this weekend to help the homeless. On October 6th, they opened their doors to the public, allowing family and friends to come in and produce handmade ceramic and glass bowls. The bowls were donated to Art Soup, a local fundraiser that helps benefit the homeless in Mobile. They allow people to come in and purchase the bowls, and all of the proceeds go to the homeless shelters in Mobile. On top of that, local soup kitchens will also match the donations and host an event feeding the homeless along with the bowls. USA has been participating and donating to Art Soup for 10 years. They sacrifice their time, their employees, and their supplies to help benefit a great cause.
They're all going to benefit homeless services in the Mobile area specifically.
Like a little triangular orange. Last year they ran out of bowls, and you walk around, they're all set up on display, kind of like this table over here. And once you pay for your ticket, it's pretty much like you're getting your piece with that. And you get to go and pick whichever bowl you want.
It just lets the local community know that, hey, there are empty bowls out there, right? There are people who need food, who need assistance, and every time I hope they take a handmade bowl home with them, they will think about, the people who have benefited from their giving.
If you missed the bowl-a-thon, don't fret. You still have a chance to catch Art Soup November 17th at Villiam Manor on Dalton Street. It's a great event and it goes to a good cause. This is Gabrielle Chambers reporting for JAG News Today.
My name is Bailey Swopes, and I was a member of the 2018 Mobile Area Mardi Gras Association Court.
Lady Swopes is the daughter of Mr. Billy and Mrs. Danielle Swopes Jr., a 2015 graduate of Hoover High School. She participated in the Health Science Academy and was a team up leader for the St. Jude Club.
It's tradition and just a group of people who come together and just hold themselves to like a high standard and want to be a good representation of like what Mardi Gras is in the Black community in Mobile. And so I'm very honored to be a part of something like this. My family's been a part of it since before I was born, and it's just nice to carry on a little tradition that we have going. And they choose about 13 girls and 13 guys to be on the court, and the guys are referred to as knights and the girls are referred to as ladies. And we all make up the court, and we're all paired with a knight, and we are subjects for the king and queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Her Gracious Majesty, reigning queen of the 79th presentation, the Mobile Area Mardi Gras Association's Royal Court, we present to you Queen Tiffany Samantha Calloway Hall.
So the triangle is probably the most intricate part, because that's really, you just literally design it yourself however you want it, and you just have to tell your designer how you want it.
Affixed are also wings made of pheasant feathers and aurora borealis stones, cascading from the upper portion of the train are 7 rows.
I was really excited to get to live out my own experience after hearing about my parents' experience on the court, and to this day they still associate with people that they were on the court with. So I really hope that I can have that same experience, and I feel like I've met a lot of lifelong friends.
The stress and finish out the semester strong.
Feet back down. You can do this if you like. If you come on practice, it's fine. It's like a shoulder stand. You kind of kick your legs up. Your hands go under your hips, and your legs go straight up.
So I just wanted to help students be able to find a sense of balance and calm, and be able to balance everything in their life and find some clarity so that they can figure out what they want to do. These are college students who are here trying to figure out what they want to do in the world. And it's not always such an easy, straightforward process. And there's so many things going on. There's work, there's family life, there's friends. I mean, what to do, how to balance, how to stay peaceful, how to let that go and come back to a sense of calm at the very end of the day.
Peace and joy all around you.
According to St. Elizabeth's Medical Center, stress and anxiety has been accredited with causing many chronic diseases and decreased quality of life, even after pharmacologic treatment. A number of studies show that yoga may help reduce stress, enhance your mood, and overall sense of well-being.
The session went really well. There was yoga, meditation afterwards, and then finally walking meditation.
Walking meditation is an extension of sitting meditation. It's more of an applied, engaged concept that most people understand meditation as a sitting practice, but actually meditation is an extension of your everyday activities. It's heel to toe, within the movements. The most visual example, and this is a quote from the famous Venerable Thich Nhat Hanh, Zen master. Walk as if your feet are kissing heels. I don't think meditation is something you can quantify. I think meditation is something, you can quantify the effects of meditation. But I don't believe that you can quantify the time that you put into meditation.
Scientific studies dating back to 1908 show that stress levels can directly affect test performance. When your levels are too high or too low, your performance suffers. The ideal place is right in the middle, what some refer to as being in the zone.
It gave me kind of balance and not only clarity but the strength to complete my goal, because it's not easy to complete your goal. You have to be able to be balanced, you have to be able to stay positive, you can't let anything deter you.
After meditation, it gives me clarity, peace of mind. My stress I don't have that much stress, so I just have a clearer focus, and I can move on my day like I just woke up.
Who knew a flash mob could be so peaceful? This has been Gabrielle Chambers for JAG News Nightly.